Okay, our next exercise, I bet you guessed it, is going to be 2-point perspective L forms. And we're going to do 5. So, do you notice how it's simple? We do 7. A little more complex, we'll do 5. And I bet at least one of you can predict what form and how many of it, because there is a pattern here at play, so I challenge you to predict. But don't read ahead. You could just go check the next YouTube video, which is already up at this point. You could do that. All right, so I am going to set my horizon line, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my horizon line a little bit higher, and just kind of play around with it, see what that does. All right, and I'm going to set my first vanishing point, I'm going to set my second vanishing point, and what I'm going to do now is switch to my amendable media. So, when we draw the perspective L, we have to start with a perspective box. And that perspective box looks like, it starts with a straight line. After your first straight line, you're going to kick a ray out to the vanishing point. For the far ones, you can use a straight edge. That's allowed. Keep the line light though. Like, you don't want to have a super heavy, these early lines, you don't want them to be, you don't want them to take over the page. Even these are a little bit heavy. I kind of wish I'd taken my own advice there. But I'll definitely keep these ones light. The one challenge of the straight edge is you do lose a little bit of control. But that's what happens with all tools. All right, and then we are going to decide how far back the first plane goes. We're going to decide how far back the second plane goes. And then we're going to finish out our cube. And this drawing is going to have a little bit of distortion to it, but not enough that it's going to ruin our day. Part of perspective drawing is, I don't know, you got to like know the limitations of it. Let's get a vertical line in there. Best drawn without a ruler. And let's, yep, there we go. Let's actually just draw there, just like that. So we've got a lot of information here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start working in black to carve out of my cube. So the first line I'm going to keep, because I know how my L is going to look, is, and you have to think of it like, okay, this is my front piece of paper, and this is my back piece of paper. And if the piece of paper is flat like this, all right, so it's a flat shape, to make an L we cut out. All right, so that's kind of the philosophy we're using here. So this point to this point, we're going to find a midpoint, all right? And from this point to this point, we're going to find a midpoint. And from this point to this one, we're going to find a midpoint. And look at that. And from here to here, this is the other midpoint. So we've got our math done for us. If we connect these two, there we go. All right, see the letter L is starting to form. And it's all I'm doing, I'm just working on my one sheet of paper. I'm working on the one corner. All right, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start to complete the L. All right, so this point goes to the vanishing point. See how we've gone all the way back to the vanishing point. This point here also to the vanishing point. Bit of a trick shot, so we'll grab our straight edge. We're going to want to keep that line flicked in real nice and light. There. All right, and as always, we will complete a draw through. Now that kind of falls apart with the draw through. Leave it be. Don't draw through. Let's do another. This one's going to be time-lapsed for your enjoyment.